One county's efforts to save the Sparta Aquifer is both an environmental success story and example of how a community came together to solve a worsening problem involving its local water supply. The Union County Water Conservation Board was so successful, it was recognized recently at the state capitol as a finalist for the Department of Environmental Quality's Envy Award for Environmental Stewardship. In the mid-90s, Union County was included in the state's first critical groundwater area because the aquifer was being depleted faster than it could recharge. Local officials knew something had to be done. After careful study, it became clear they needed to transition to a surface water system and utilize the nearby Ouachita River.
There is a pool of water behind Thatcher, the uppermost lock and dam in the Corps of Engineers navigation system, and it holds that pool back. And that water supply, we could not have done, the Sparta Aquifer would not be recovering without that alternative water supply, that pool behind Thatcher Lock and Dam. It is crucial to what we're doing.
Building a 23-mile infrastructure of pipelines to deliver water from the river required legislation authorizing the Conservation Board to collect a temporary 1-cent sales tax. In addition, a 24-cent conservation fee was levied on every 1,000 gallons pumped. Countywide meetings were held to educate residents on the need for the project.
Because tax receipts came in faster than we estimated, and because we were able to reduce construction costs, and the tax expired on its own terms after 3.5 years. We had a completed project, we had water going to industry, and the rate of recovery in the Sparta Aquifer was such that the aquifer will now last forever, which was our goal.
An intake and clarification facility was constructed, along with a water treatment plant. Derek Bell is lead operator for the treatment facility and says they're now able to pump millions of gallons of this renewable resource to subscribers each day.
Our current capacity is 40 million gallons in a 24-hour time frame, and currently we are producing water at 20-odd million gallons a day. We cannot remove what Mother Nature's supplying us here. It's phenomenal. When you look at the amount of water we remove and have saved from being depleted in the aquifer, it's outstanding.
Major industry drives the economy of Union County. The former Panda Power Company, which has since been purchased by Entergy, and El Dorado Chemical are among them. It's one of the county's largest industrial users and one of the first to utilize the surface water system.
We began looking at a major expansion in our site in 2013, and if that pipeline from the river and the commitment to industry's future by building it with excess capacity had not happened, I would have had to probably spend $30 to $40 million going to the river myself to get river water to be able to expand the plant.
At the time, poultry was a major industry in the county, and ConAgra had a large processing facility which consumed millions of gallons. Union County Farm Bureau board member Johnny Lofton was a poultry farmer and member of the Conservation Board.
Not only Union County is going to prosper from it, I think other counties are going to prosper too because of what we've done. I have had a lot of questions asked me, how did we get a 1-cent sales tax passed to fund this thing? But everybody did, and like Rob said, with a sunset clause in it, paid off in 3.5 years, and that's a successful story. And the people, you get something that you know that's going to work in your heart, you know it can work.
Johnson says promises were made and promises were kept to the people of Union County. In fact, 2 new industries are considering locating here because of the abundance of water.
My whole concept from day one was to sustain and improve. Our industries are all legacy natural resource, those major industries, and they're like family. And I've always thought of it as keeping the family together in a way. It's kind of an odd way to do it, but that's how I've thought about it, just keeping the family together.
If this is a model for anybody else, it's because it worked. And it was an example of cooperation. Industry, taxpayers, state government, federal government worked together, made it happen. which is, in my way of looking at things, that's how you're supposed to do it.